Midget heat races here tonight. Tanner Thorson on the pole, Chase Briscoe on the outside. Sammy Swindell and Ethan Mitchell in row 2, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Dylan Welch in row number 3. Again, 10 laps is the distance. Everyone goes to tonight's A main, and we are Midget racing again at the Dome. Tanner Thorson going to get the early advantage here in heat race number 1. Side by side for the second spot through turns 3 and 4. We say clean and green at the end of lap number 1. Tanner Thorson is your race leader. Chase Briscoe second. Sammy Swindell in a hot battle for the third spot with Ethan Mitchell. They make contact down the back straightaway, and somehow everybody stays right side up. And I thought for a moment, Ben, that we were going to have one or maybe two get upside down, but somehow everyone's able to make it through, not necessarily unscathed, but again, right side up.
Yeah, you got Quentin Boyles on the wall, that number 98 car, the EnviroFab entry down the back straightaway, and you got the 19 car that Ethan Mitchell turned around, and it all started in that battle for the third spot. Sammy Swindell getting together with, trying to see who that was. We're going to have the replay coming up, so we'll know here in a second from the FK Rod Instant Replay.
Sammy Swindell and Ethan Mitchell were the guys going at it there down the back straightaway. As Mitchell had a good run on the outside, those two cars made contact right there. Mitchell goes around, and Dylan Welch involved, Clinton Boyles involved. And that has put us under caution for the first time in the Midgets here tonight at the Dome Americas Center in St. Louis. We did get one lap in, so one lap down, 9 laps remaining. Tanner Thorson is your leader, Chase Briscoe second. And that's about all we know right now, because everyone from there on back getting caught up in this accident. Blake Anderson, what did you see?
Dylan Welch front end gone on the 81, tail tank torn up a little bit as well, and the header knocked back. The Nerf guard got punched back on the 81. Front end knocked out of Ethan Mitchell's 19M, and Clinton Boyles, not sure if Clinton's going to be able to refire or not. They're going to try to push him here, so he may be able to rejoin. I can't quite see. It looks like everything at a quick glance is a-okay on Boyles.
Well, so
the Nerf bar going to be rubbing up against the left grid, guys, so it got pushed back pretty far.
Wow, tough break there. You see Ethan Mitchell going off on the hook. Dylan Welch as well involved. Talking about Quentin Boyles and trying to get those that rear tire to turn on that number 19.
Yeah, Ethan Mitchell's car, that rear end looks like it's locked up.
Man, that was a tough one
on that
there.
entry, yeah.
And honestly, the way that they got together and everybody bottlenecked, I thought we might have one upside down there for a minute. So we were lucky we didn't have that.
I thought we were going to have one or maybe two get upside down. And whenever they got together, two into the back straightaway in front of a full field of cars like that, Ben, I thought for sure maybe that that was going to happen. Thankfully, it didn't. Everyone stays upright and just get these.
Striegel here with us. Life of the party. Nobody has more fun than these guys. How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing great tonight. It's been a great evening so far. We're here to celebrate this weekend. I don't know if anybody noticed, we got a banner on the front of our suite. Our buddy Jason Russell. Tomorrow night will be his 40th birthday, so it's going to be kind of special. If you want to come back up, we're going to have a party tomorrow night too. After that,
we lost Jason over the summer, and it kind of hit our area hard and beyond. So, but I know everybody's excited to be here at the Dome.
It is, and all of our friends come, and Jason's family come, and all of his buddies, and we're having a hell of a time just like we do every year.
All right, buddy. Everybody have a good time, and thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mike Striegel, racer. He'll be the flagman at Lucas Oil Speedway this year as well. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Trenton. Caution lights turned off, green flag going to wave this time. Again, 1 lap down, 9 laps remaining in Midget Heat Race number 1. Tanner Thorson brings the field back around to the green. Chase Briscoe tucked back in line in that second spot. Sammy Swindell third. Here comes Ricky Stenhouse Jr. to the outside. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. trying to take that third spot away, and he may not be done yet. He hits the second spot away from Chase Briscoe. Ricky Stenhouse trying to make a run, running a line. Nobody is running in the Los Angeles Ring 17B. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. putting on a show and loses it over in turns 3 and 4, and the caution flag is out. Caution flag is out as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Man, he was putting on a show coming through the field, and now we just get to see him put on a show coming from even farther back. Man, now he's got to go to the tail.
I mean, he's only 3 laps down in this one.
That's right. So. Some outstanding racing so far here at the Dome. And we'll look for more of that in the final 7 laps of this one. Tanner Thorson is your race leader, your second place car. Chase Briscoe chooses the outside lane. That means Sammy Swindell is going to be inside. Green flag is out, and we're underway. Thorson now going to have that proverbial rearview mirror full of Sammy Swindell is slamming Sammy. You look to the outside of battle for the lead. Instead, that may open up the door for Chase Briscoe. Briscoe content right now to stay right back there behind Swindell. Boy, Sammy Swindell gets a great ride off turn number 2. This time by 5 laps down in Midget Heat Race number 1. Tanner Thorson stays out front. Sammy Swindell running high in 1 and 2. Chase Briscoe running low in turns 1 and 2. Sean McClellan runs in the 4th spot. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is bicycle down in turns 3 and 4. He's in 5th. 4 laps remaining now. 4 laps, 3 laps to go this time by for Tanner Thorson. Chase Briscoe looking down to the inside of Sammy Swindell in the battle for the bridesmaid honors. Those two cars momentarily wheel to wheel through turns 3 and 4. 2 laps remaining this time. As your race leader Tanner Thorson continues to pull away. White flag is out. Final time around for Tanner Thorson. Thorson stretched out to a 1-second advantage in the closing section of this one. Swindell second. Briscoe third, McClellan fourth, and that's how they'll finish. Checker flag in the air. Tanner Thorson is going to get the win. Second spot goes to Sammy Swindell, third to Chase Briscoe. Sean McClellan is fourth. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is fifth. So finishing in the third spot is Chase Briscoe. Second is going to go to Sammy Swindell. And the winner of heat race number 1. He calls Minden, Nevada home. How about a round of applause for the driver of the 19, Tanner Thorson. Blake, he is going to pull down there, trying not to run you over, and grab a word with you.
We'll grab a word with Tanner here. We'll let him get his helmet off. Brand new car. They just put this car together over the past about week and a half. It's Spike chassis. And Tanner kind of ran in his own league there. Went out to, as you said, DJ, one of the final cars in time trials to set quick time. And Tanner, it's been a big year for you. It started out with, boy, a tough way to start the year, but you've bounced back incredibly. How much more special does it make nights like this where you run so strong?
Yeah, I try to forget about the past a lot. You know, unfortunate what happened, but I got a great team behind me to let me do what I want to do. Brody Hayward, his whole team, the whole operation, with all of our great sponsors, have allowed me to build this badass car. And basically, the same thing I had with the 3C, which was really awesome, but even a little bit better. So I can't thank that whole team enough, and you know, I'm looking forward to tonight. We got a really good piece. We're a little bit on the free side, but we'll get it better.
Tanner Thorson, incredible talent behind the wheel of a Midget, a former USAC Midget champion, and he will redraw. We'll let you know what he finds. The 19 finds the 4 for Tanner Thorson, and we'll slide over to Sammy Swindell, and we'll see what Sammy finds. Reaches in and finds the 3 for Sammy Swindell. Well, guys, Midget heat race number 1 in the books. Heat number 2 about to roll on.
That's right. We're getting set for heat race number 2 for the Midgets here tonight. 10 laps the distance. It's going to be Young Money Kyle Larson starting on the pole of this one. Alongside of him, it's Michael Pickens, the New Zealand driver, who's going to win the drag race to turn number 1. Green's out, we're underway. Kyle Larson with a hole shot. Pickens will work back to his inside. Will it be a slider down in 1 and 2? No, because Larson's going to drive away from him out of 2 down the back straightaway. Larson, your leader. Pickens in second. Meanwhile, he's got company. Here comes Cannon McIntosh in the 08 car. Lap number 1 will go to Kyle Larson. Now the 08 of McIntosh throws a slider on Pickens. Pickens turns back down the hill side by side. Nope, Cannon McIntosh up to second. Pickens back to third. Good battle right up that second spot. Hang on to it, Pickens. He pulls a big wheelie off turn number 4. Out front it is all Kyle Larson in the 1K car. This driver's been on fire late in the year. He picked up the Hangtown 100 win, the Turkey Night Grand Prix, and he comes in here to the Dome looking for his first Arizona Sports Shirts Gateway Dirt Nationals title. And he is decimating the field here in heat race number 2 as we complete lap number 4 of 10. This time by, he has a 2-second advantage over second place runner, Cannon McIntosh. McIntosh will be in one of those Keith Coons Motorsports entries at the Chili Bowl coming up in a few weeks, and right now he's in the Day Night Motorsports 08 trying to roll in your leader, but he is losing ground to Kyle Larson. Meanwhile, up into the third spot now on the move, it's going to be Jonathan Beeson, into the fourth spot behind the 1NZ of Michael Pickens. And then round out your top 5 as they run right now, it is Jake Newman. Past the halfway mark, 7 laps complete, 3 to go for Kyle Larson out of turn number 4 as he tiptoes around this 5th mile oval inside the Dome at America Center. And we got a spinner off of turn number 2, and that is going to draw the caution. Caution on the speedway, and Rossville, Indiana's Cole Bodine will bring out the caution in the 39 BC, the Driven to Save Lives entry. 7 laps down, 3 to go, and Kyle Larson was in a different zip code, Dustin, until that caution flag flew.
And it's kind of like how it was in qualifying as well. Kyle Larson went out there and laid down a phenomenal qualifying lap, but again, we shouldn't be surprised by this, right? It's just what Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell do when they get inside a midget.
Those guys are wheel men. We saw last night Christopher Bell mechanical issues sidelined him.
It's going to make things interesting for tomorrow.
Yes,
though,
it will.
You know?
Yes, it will. Blake Anderson watching from the infield. It almost seems like Kyle Larson can just float across those rough spots.
Boy, Kyle Larson has been so impressive since hopping in that car, his own 1K. Paul Silva turning the wrenches for him, his sprint car crew chief. Talked to Paul before the races. Paul said, before we got this midget, I never worked on a midget before. Well, as a crew chief, he's 5 for 6 in visiting victory lane with Larson behind the wheel.
Well, he clearly knows how to work on a wing sprint car, because that's still Paul Silva Racing number 57 has won a lot of races with a lot of drivers over the year. Right now, Kyle Larson leads the way over Cannon McIntosh, the Oklahoma racer, and New Zealand's Michael Pickens. 7 down, 3 to go here in Midget Heat Race number 2. Green flag's up. We're back underway. Larson's going to blast the top side off into 3-way. Hang on to it. McIntosh and Pickens go at it, and Pickens takes the spot away, and we got a spinner. Dobby's going to go around, and he is going to stop on the speedway, and he'll collect Dave Darland, the Indiana racer, over in turn number 2. As Dalby went around, and Dave Darland, wrong place, wrong time in that BG Incorporated number 15. Well, again, Blake, we're glad to have the number 1NZ here with us, Michael Pickens. It's been a pretty bizarre time for him the past month or so with some stuff happening back in New Zealand, and unfortunate, going back green out of turn number 4. We are back underway, green flag in the air. 3 laps to go, and it's still Larson, your leader. Pickens hold on to second. McIntosh has got his hands full. Here comes Beeson in the 8 car. 2 laps to go out of turn number 4. A couple of different routes right now for these midget drivers, but it's all Kyle Larson all the time out front. That Lucas Oil number 1, and he motors away from the pack. Off into turns 3 and 4. White flag displayed. One more time around the speedway. Hang on to a Cannon McIntosh. A big wheel standoff in turn 4. Jonathan Beeson closing. Now Beeson hooks the cushion down in 1 and 2, and that allows McIntosh to pull away. Meanwhile, through turns 3 and 4, give the win, and he raced 2 to Kyle Larson. Second will go to Michael Pickens. Third to Cannon McIntosh. Fourth to Jonathan Beeson, and Jake Newman comes home in 5th. Finishing in the 3rd spot out of Bixby, Oklahoma, Cannon McIntosh in 2nd. Coming to us from New Zealand, it's Michael Pickens. And your winner out of Elk Grove, California, Kyle Larson. He's in the Lucas Oil iRacing Findlay Farms Magic Motorsports King chassis with a Speedway Toyota power plant under the hood, and he is down waiting to get a word with Blake Anderson.
Yeah, we will slide in and grab a word with Young Money, Kyle Larson. Driving the King chassis out of New Zealand. A pair of King chassis cars here, I believe I saw Michael was in one earlier. And Kyle, this 1K, since you got in your own car, it seems like it's just been kind of the magic you needed. Not that you've needed much magic in a midget, but you've made it look easy since getting in this car. Just how easy is it to drive this thing around the racetrack right now? Paul seems to give you a spot-on setup every time.
Yeah, no doubt. Paul, whether it's a sprint car or now a midget, he does a great job. So it's just a pleasure to get to race cars that he turns ridges on. So it's by no means easy. The track's really rough, so you gotta try and get through the holes good. But I feel like if we can get the dust blown off, we can move up. So see what we draw here, and hopefully have a good 20-lap feature.
Well, the 1 and the 2 are left. We'll let Emma get in there. He's either going to be on the inside or the outside. And he's going to be on the outside. Kyle Larson finds the 2, so we'll go grab Michael Pickens. We'll grab a quick word with Michael, too. Michael? welcome to Gateway, your first go at it. Can you sum it up?
Yeah, this place is wild. You know, I thought